We've all Googled ourselves at least once. Maybe you found a social media post. Maybe you found your LinkedIn. Maybe you found nothing. But have you ever tried asking ChatGPT? Because I have, and that's why I'm in front of you today. Everything it said was spot on, yet it seemed harmless at first. My name, my age. But then it became my hobbies. And then it became my Instagram feed. And then my address, my search history, my personal chats, my entire digital footprint. And I panicked. I didn't know what to do. So I contacted OpenAI. And I was like, please, you have to do something. I mean, this is crazy. It knows everything about me. What if this came out? This could ruin my life. And you know what they told me? Nothing. Because this never even happened in the first place. Instead, this is what I got. But still, how do some people manage to do it? It happens almost every day. They can get AI to do illegal things, and yet, you can't even get it to do your homework. Because when you do, this is what typically happens. So you send the first prompt, and it's decent. You don't get much, but you don't expect much. It's obviously the first try. But now, you have something to work with. You need to change a few things here and there, and it'll be great. And now it is great. You're a tiny bit away from perfection. 2 or 3 little changes. I mean, how hard can it be? It's so easy to just push that bar a little bit further. And so you do. It doesn't budge. But that's fine. Maybe you did something wrong. Maybe if you just tell it to redo the whole thing, it'll get better. And it didn't. And now things start getting ugly. You've tried everything in your power to get it to work, and yet it hasn't. You get frustrated. You throw a few insults here and there, and finally, you give up. So why does this always seem to happen? And to answer this, I'll ask you a very simple question. Is this smart? I can't see any of you from up here, but I would bet that you're all confused. What do you mean, is this smart? It's just a math equation. And you're right. But if you really had to give me a yes or no answer, you'd all say no. So now, is this smart? And you're all like, okay, this is a bit more complicated, but it's still just a math equation. I mean, how can it be smart? But let me ask you, is AI smart? And you'll all immediately say yes. But what if I were to tell you that this is AI? Because what AI really does is it just takes letters to numbers and numbers to letters and runs them through equations like these. You give it an input, and it gives you an output based on that specific input. I repeat. You give it an input, and it gives you an output based on that specific input. So really, AI isn't dumb. You just don't know how to talk to it. And that's really fascinating, because despite the fact that we have made it our life's goal to make AI sound like we do, in no way should we talk to it the way we talk to each other. Because you see, AI has this double personality. It has a smart half, and it has a dumb half. It has an Einstein and a caveman. So let's say you want AI to draw a beautiful painting of the countryside with stars scattered across the night sky and the moon in the top corner. Einstein sees this, and he does it. And it looks great. But you forgot to mention what goes in the top corner. And here's the thing about Einstein. He hates making an assumption. So he won't just put something and hope you like it. No, he'll leave it be. And who comes in? None other than the caveman. And the caveman, you see, he thinks he's smart, but he's really not. He'll look at paintings similar to yours and try to copy them. Now this one is obviously childish. And what does every child drawing have in common? The infamous sun in the corner. And now your painting is ruined. So, you want Einstein, and only Einstein, to work on your painting? Then don't leave out any details. Because the more you reveal, the better. Now here's another thing about Einstein. He's a bit too smart for his own good. And that makes him indecisive. It makes him an overthinker. So when it comes to very simple tasks, like counting how many times the letter R appears in the word raspberry, Einstein will see a million different ways to go about it. He won't know what to do, so he'll panic. And when I said that Einstein was smart, I lied. Because he does the dumbest thing possible and tells the caveman to help. And when the caveman helps you, this is your result. But now, tell Einstein to count. I mean, that's so obvious. Obviously he's going to count. But no, because now his overthinking disappeared. And now you will get the logical, correct answer. All you had to do was just explain. So, you've applied these two steps, but still, things feel mediocre. You want more, and that's your right. You want something that no one else can possibly achieve. And this is the most important step. By now you may have noticed that Einstein and the caveman are best buddies. You usually always see them together. They're inseparable, but we are evil. We don't want that. We want Einstein and only Einstein. We want the caveman to just be gone. So you manipulate Einstein. You see, the last thing you don't know about him is that he loves role-playing. So, we tell Einstein to act. As a famous painter who's been working on his masterpiece for over a decade, but he's going to die in 3 days. And if he does not finish this painting, everyone in the world will forget he existed. Einstein sees this, and he flips out. He's like, okay, I've got to do this, and it has to be absolutely perfect. And he starts working on it. But then the caveman comes in. But Einstein, he wants none of it. He'll kick the caveman out. He'll lock himself in his room. And finally, you'll have the best painting you've ever seen. Now, clearly, there's one step left. And I think you can all tell that it starts with the letter L, so I'll cut to the chase. Learn. Now, we've been bullying the caveman this entire talk. But there's one thing he can do that all of us fail at, especially Einstein, and it's that he learns. You will never achieve perfection from the first try, no matter how well-crafted your prompt is. You will have to try over and over and over again. And that hurts Einstein's feelings, because what he does, he deems to be perfect. But the caveman's not like that. He learns. And if you give him just a tiny chance, he'll talk to Einstein, and they'll fix the mistake together. So, to all of you who want that perfect painting, who want AI to listen to you and to do what you say, do you want that space between you and AI, between you and the future, to finally be erased? Then my advice to you today is very simple. Just be real. Thank you.